Disclaimer. This channel is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All third-party video clips, audio, and commentary fall under fair use as outlined in Section 107 of the Copyright Act, in accordance with applicable laws. The views and opinions expressed in this channel are those of the host and should not be taken as fact or professional advice, and do not necessarily reflect current views or affiliations.
Yeah, drivers, what it is, what it do, what's going on, how y'all feeling out there? Back again here at Brookville, PA, at the TA, one of my favorite truck stops. Have to pull down for a minute to get this episode in for you guys. So listen, imagine quitting your job, right? You're over here working at McDonald's, probably working at Denny's, probably working at Amazon. Any one of those places that you're working at, you over here thinking of a better life. You're thinking that there's something else better out there. And in your travels, in your conversations, in the Discord, trucking seems to keep popping up more and more and more. Now, I do understand that trucking can put you in a better position in life. At least that's what I thought. I thought the same thing when I was looking for opportunities. But for me, I guess you could say I always wanted to drive. So there wasn't really no reason for me not to think otherwise. It was just that I was married, I had a kid, and life is life. So I didn't want to be away from my family, and I knew that that was going to be a crutch for me when I decided to not get into trucking at the time. 2015 came, things was different, and now here I am. But imagine you quitting your job, you getting in the truck, you thinking about a life-changing career, only to end up broke, tired, and questioning everything that you ever thought about when it came to trucking. Now, before you step into trucking, okay, I want to put out there some stuff that you probably might want to think about before you start to truck, or even thinking about getting your own authority and owning your own truck. Now, I'm not a truck owner. I'm not an owner operator. I'm a company driver. I've been a company driver for over 10 years now. And this is just my opinion and my thoughts. So you don't have to take it for yourself. All right. Trucking is definitely not what it looks like on social media. A lot of these truck drivers out here be faking the funk when it comes to posting stuff online when it comes to trucking. Let me tell you, all right? Let me tell you, it's long hours, heavy responsibility, and serious financial risk if you're not prepared for it. So let's break down 5 things, in my opinion, that you should think about before starting a trucking company or even deciding to get into the truck.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
1. Don't get into trucking if you have a family.
Now listen, trucking takes a lot from you, especially if you have a family, right? It takes weeks at a time, months even, from you being with your family. If you can't handle it, or your family can't handle the distance, or your household depends on you on the daily, listen, this will definitely destroy the peace between you and your house. It's not just about being gone. It's about missing birthdays, school events. And if you have a baby, probably be missing that first step, that first time that baby speaks. Sometimes it's even missing emergencies. You could be out on the road and something tragic happens and you're down in Bumfuck, Texas, and you need a way to get home ASAP. It's not always the case, especially if you're not with the right company. So be honest with yourself about getting in the truck.
2. Don't even think about buying a truck unless you've been driving for at least 3 years.
Now, I know, listen, I know a lot of these drivers that comes on social media talking about, yo, I brought me a truck and I got successful in the first year, in the first 6 months. No, for me, I think it's a lot to take in. There's a lot of stories out here about drivers getting in the truck without even knowing the business, and it pretty much bankrupt, right? See, you need real experience behind the wheel. Before you even make a financial move this big, the first few years will definitely teach you the routes, the freight lanes, the maintenance, the fuel management, and company policies. Listen, without that, you pretty much be wasting your money fast.
3. Don't get into the trucking business without money saved.
Now, a lot of these blackout companies will fill your heads with dreams of owning a truck after a couple of years. No money down. Start being the owner operator now. That's not the real move. See, that bullshit is only for the company, right? So they is making money off of you. So hopefully, if you really want to get in this game, you gotta have at least 30 to maybe 50K solid, liquid, okay? You gotta have that ready, okay? That money, listen, that money that you have ready isn't for upgrades or looks, right? It's for breakdowns, insurance, registration, fuel, downtime. Listen, trucking is expensive. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me though. I'm just wasting my time, man. I'm wasting my time. Trucking is expensive before you even make your first dollar in the truck. A lot of these brokers won't even mess with you if you're a new authority. You got to do about 6 or 7 months, close to a year, to even get with a good broker to get you maybe a decent load. You have to turn around and start messing with these garbage ass people, man, that's not even going to offer you anything. And then at that point, you're going to be like, man, I'm just taking it just to be taking it now because I don't want to be sitting. I got bills. I got things to do. Payments for the truck don't stop. I'm just saying. Y'all, now listen, I'm about to hit you with the 4th one right quick, but let me know in the comments below if I'm right or wrong and what top 5 or top 4 or top 3 list you got for these drivers out here thinking about getting into the industry.
4. Don't put anyone in your truck unless it's paid off.
You don't want to put an unfamiliar driver in your driver's seat if you're still paying for the truck, especially if it's the only truck that you got. Suppose that driver abandons the truck. Now you're not making no money. Suppose that driver gets into an accident. Now you're really not making no money. Suppose that driver just outright steals your truck. Now you don't have a truck and you're not making money. I'm just saying, listen, I would suggest you get your CDL. Don't mess with those turnkeys and those, I can show you how to be a trucking company without having a CDL. Get your CDL first. Get it. Once you get your CDL, then if anything happens to your truck, like if it's get abandoned, at least you can go and get it. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all not hearing me. Y'all looking at the money. That's all y'all looking at. Y'all looking at the money. That's it. Y'all not looking at nothing else. Sit at home and thinking that this is just passive income. I could just hire a driver and they could just drive my truck. You gotta hire a good driver. You gotta hire a driver that's gonna take care of your truck. And you're gonna go through at least 10 of them before you find that one. Listen. It's cold out here. And I'm standing out here giving you guys the business. And if you like this right here, make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Get this out there for people to hear. Look, you drive that truck until it's paid. Never let another driver be responsible for your truck note. Let me say it again. Do not let another driver be responsible for your truck note or damage your equipment. Too many people out here is losing everything trying to be a fleet owner before they even learn what ownership really means. So drivers, before I get on up out of here, I got one last one right quick. One last one. And that last one is
5. Don't chase fast money.
don't chase the money. See, that's what this is all about, especially on social media. Chasing the bag. I'm out here getting my bag. I'm out here making money. I'm out here making 6 figures. Don't chase the money, especially if you're building a business, because when you building a business, everybody knows that's building a business, the first couple of years, you're not going to make a profit. So the money is not going to be there. Most people fail because they chase what looks good online instead of learning the business. Trucking is about consistency. It's not about flash. If you're doing it for the likes, validations, and the post, you need to quit. You need to quit. You need to get out of trucking, because I guarantee you, the first time your truck breaks down, the first time you need any type of tires, anytime you're not getting that load, you're just gonna quit. You're definitely gonna quit when things go bad. I'm just saying. So drivers, listen, this industry will definitely test your patience, your family, and most definitely your pockets. Most drivers underestimate how hard it is to balance life, money, and mental health out here. Oh, I forgot about that. Mental health. Because whether you're owner-operator at home, you're gonna be thinking about that truck every day because you're not in it. Or if you're a driver yourself and you're in the truck with your thoughts. Trucking can change your life, driver. It can. But only if you treat this like a business and not a shortcut. Because if you can't handle the stress, the solitude, or the risk, this isn't the lane for you, drivers. But I tell you what, if you're like me, now again, like I said, I'm a company driver, but I did take my time to learn, to figure out, to plan, and to stay disciplined. That's what you're gonna have to do. That's what you're gonna have to do, because trucking still can give you independence that most people will never experience. Now, drivers, let me know what you think and which one of these top 5 hits the hardest. Let me know in the comments below.
Before you jump into this industry, think about everything you're putting on the line. Your time, your family, your money, and your sanity. Trucking isn't a quick path to wealth. It's a grind that only rewards those who treat it like a business and stay disciplined. If you're already in it, keep learning. If you're thinking about getting in, take your time. The road's not going anywhere. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the hardest lesson you've learned in trucking so far? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you've got a story to share or a message for new drivers, send it to lockoutmenpodcastguest@gmail.com. This is the Trucking Commentary Podcast, Trucking Unfiltered.